Good evening. Today is August 4th, 2010. We have breaking news from California. Federal Judge Vaughn Walker has just ruled that Proposition 8 is unconstitutional on the grounds for equal protection. This proposition, to the demise of all gay couples in California, defined marriage as between one man and one woman. Gay couples will no longer be treated unfairly and will have the right to legally be married across the state. Not only will gay couples now be able to receive a marriage certificate in the state of California, they will receive such benefits as state tax breaks, buying or selling a home, and insurance planning. The fight for marriage equality has been going on for quite some time now.
I'm not for gay marriage. I think marriage is a sacred institution between a man and a woman.
In January 2004, Gavin Newsom, the mayor of San Francisco, listened to President Bush's State of the Union address. In the State of the Union address, Bush said that he opposed same-sex marriage and even wanted to have a constitutional amendment forbidding it. Mayor Newsom was so upset by this that he ordered the city clerk to issue marriage licenses.
Well, we're gathered here today in the presence of witnesses and family members for the purpose of uniting and matrimony Paul and James. The contract of marriage is most solemn and not to be entered into lightly but thoughtfully.
4,037 couples were married during a span of 29 days before the judge of the California Supreme Court ordered it to stop because same-sex marriage was illegal in California. The judge invalidated all the marriages and declared the mayor exceeded his legal authority.
California's highest court overturns the state's ban on same-sex marriage, potentially making the Golden State the second state after Massachusetts allowing gay residents to marry. The 4-3 decision says domestic partnerships already allowed in California are not a good enough substitute for marriage.
In October 2008, my parents, Bill Vigil and Bill Steinberg, legally got married at the Beverly Hills courthouse.
So actually in April of 2009, we were going to have a big wedding ceremony. We were going to have family over. It was going to become a big celebration. But then in October 2008, we were studying the polls for Proposition 8, and it looked like Proposition 8 may pass, which would not have been good. So in October 2008, like I said, we legally got married at a Beverly Hills courthouse.
Yeah, and during that time, the Proposition 8 committee used a lot of propaganda to really use scare tactics and paint homosexuals out as having immoral lifestyles and being heathens. So it was very hurtful at the time to turn on the TV and see some of these advertisements that were so mean-spirited.
Some say that gay marriage doesn't have anything to do with schools.
But it has everything to do with schools.
After Massachusetts legalized gay marriage, our son came home and told us the school taught him that boys can marry other boys. He's in 2nd grade.
We tried to stop public schools from teaching children about gay marriage, but the court said we had no right to object or pull them out of class.
It's already happened in Massachusetts. Gay marriage will be taught in our schools unless we vote yes on Proposition 8.
Several organizations believed gay marriage should be illegal, so a group called Protect Marriage put a measure on the California ballot called Prop 8 that would ban gay marriage. Voting yes on the proposition would ban gay marriage, while voting no would allow gay people to be married. A lot of money for the Yes on 8 campaign came from the Mormon Church and the Catholic Church.
After 5 months and some 18,000 same-sex marriages in California, the state's voters may have said no more.
The battle tonight has been won.
Supporters of Proposition 8, which bans same-sex marriage, claimed victory.
On November 4th, 2008, Proposition 8 was passed by a 52% to 48%. The same-sex marriages immediately stopped. Couples like my parents were confused as to if their marriage was legal, since they were legally married before the proposition was passed.
Some breaking news out of California. A federal judge is set to overturn California's same-sex marriage ban. A person close to the case says Judge Vaughn Walker made his ruling this afternoon.
The passing of Prop 8 energized the LGBTQ community. In the spring of 2009, a federal lawsuit was filed by Ted Olson and David Boies, who were two lawyers fighting to overturn Proposition 8. Likewise, California's elected officials refused to defend Prop 8 in court. The Protect Marriage side made silly claims that legalizing same-sex marriage would lead to such things as polygamy. And today, Judge Vaughn Walker ruled Prop 8 to be unconstitutional because it removed rights from a disfavored class and was unconstitutional under the Due Process and Equal Protection Clauses of the 14th Amendment. You can be sure that people on both sides will fight Judge Walker's decision. Questions remain. Can gay couples immediately get married? Thank you for watching, and have a good night. Good evening. In 2010, I reported a breaking news story about the overturning of Prop 8. Well, it has been 13 years since Judge Walker struck down Prop 8, and a lot has happened since then. After Judge Walker's decision, gay couples in California actually could not get married right away. Well, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld the district court's ruling. In 2013, the U.S. Supreme Court refused to hear an appeal. This allowed same-sex marriages to resume in California. During that time, Rhode Island, Delaware, and Minnesota all voted to legalize same-sex marriage. Then, on June 26, 2013, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Proposition 8 was dead. 2 days after this ruling, same-sex marriages resumed in California.
I thought it was important for us to get married because that's the institution that our country and our state and our communities recognize.
Well, I think that we've been together for a long time. A relationship is a relationship, no matter whether you're same sex, opposite sex, mixed race. Everyone should be able to fall in love and get married.
In 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court would decide if gay marriages could be banned. This case was known as Obergefell versus Hodges. On June 26, 2015, in a 5-4 decision, the U.S. Supreme Court declared marriage equality was now the law of the land. In 2022, some U.S. states' congresspersons were fearful that a more conservative Supreme Court would ban same-sex marriage. In 2022, Congress passed the Respect for Marriage Act, which provided federal protection for same-sex marriages. It was signed into law by President Biden on December 2022. Marriage equality had come a long way, and the fight was long and hard. Congratulations. Thank you, and have a good night.